Okay, should be getting live here pretty soon. Gotta give it a second. Come on. Start up. It's still trying. There we go. Hello everyone, this is SKALD, a game I found earlier today, and I was like, you know what? This actually seems really promising, and don't get me wrong, I like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, but the issue that I have with it is that, effectively, for attacking, you only really have 2 buttons for most of your attacks, and then you just have a couple cooldowns. Like, the story is good, the gameplay is kind of meh. Which is disappointing because it's a very, very good game. Narratively speaking, I think. Minus some, like, kind of weird things they did, but, I mean, suspension of disbelief is kind of necessary for most fantasy and sci-fi stories, so I really shouldn't be saying too much about that. Anyways, let's get on with it. Guardsman dressed in a livery of a noble house baron. The guard scowls at you. Armsmaster Lyra awaits you at the main entrance. You're best to talk to her if you've not already done so. Okay. Oh. Wait, can I? Okay, I see. I can't actually walk over there. Gideon. An aging armed man in the livery of House Byron stands and scowls at you, eyes like coal peer out from the craggy face, fringed top and bottom with wild white hair. Turn his challenging stare. The old man crosses his massive arms, steps forward and leans towards you. So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you? Though his voice is full of gravel, there's now a glint in his eyes, as though the old coals have begun to warm up. Gideon, you will fall. A single bark of laughter emanates from the dense beard as he embraces you in a crushing bear hug. Gideon may be older and grayer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you'd have any more chance of beating him now than you did as a 12-year-old. Little thing I have to say is, like, the contrast between the background and the actual, like, text is a little difficult to read. Not terrible. Good to see some things haven't changed. Gideon steps back and allows you to breathe again before grabbing you by the shoulders. We heard of your father's passing. Truly, he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die? Inglorious battle of his own piss. Inglorious battle at my side. Gideon's eyes narrow. Then the old warrior died a fitting death. Gideon is quiet for a moment, then breaks into a grin. We'll raise a cup to his name together, you and I, soon as you're done with Cato, and I can rustle up some ale fit for a guest. Gideon, why am I here? Master Cato will chew your ear plenty when you see him, souls. Lyra, the new Master at Arms, awaits you by the main entrance. She'll escort you, and don't ask her not to, if you think I had a temper. The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the grizzled house guard's voice. Well, why not? Nothing to lose if I try a little bit of diplomacy, though. It is, oof, 3 plus 2d6, so I have to get a 12. Pretty much I have to max out the roll. Hope for snake eyes. Nope. Close, but by saying more, best you see him yourself. The man. Concern creases in his eyes. Very well, go look for the Master at Arms. If you want to explore for old time's sake, take the lantern. Lord Byron will wait. And we don't want you getting lost in the hedge maze again. The man laughs heartily and hands you a small brass lantern. Whatever may come to pass, it did this old warrior a barrel good to see you again, boy. The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off balance. He then seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially. Madame Neems are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on account of the eggs. Let me tell you, I'd take an arrow in the leg any day. If you're going over to the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from a wine cellar would make me a happy man. Kedian chafes as if to emphasize his stiff knees. What, is there stairs or something? But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first and I'll be here for later. Yes. Whoop. It's not trying to sneak from the man. Let's go with 2. Okay. Oh, it's a dog. You pet the dog. Oh, maybe not who I'm looking for? Oh, that must be her. Scouts. Okay, that must be Lyra. Well, that was not what I was planning to do. Okay, there's Lyra. A woman stands before the main entrance to the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No doubt she is the new master-at-arms for the House Byron. As you approach, he offers you a quick, neat bow, just low enough to be respectful. Greetings, souls. Master Cato welcomes you back to the House Byron. The master is eager to meet with you and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food and then perhaps walk the grounds and gardens. Very well, I shall explore a bit. This estate was your home for many years, despite the circumstances that left it. Perhaps the master feels it would do you good to revisit some old memories. Barely perceptible from, or some old ghosts. What does Cato want? That is for the master himself to answer, and he will soon enough. Now though, please get some food and look around. I'm sure the old Kedian would be happy to see you if you've not talked to him already. Very well. Excellent, though I'm sure you still know your way around the grounds. The kitchen is in the building to the east, and the gardens and hedge maze are to the west. Check in with me once you've stretched your legs. Kitchen it is. Get the man some wine. I imagine that's interesting. Huh. Okay, so that's how you walk in. In our kitchen, a pair of scullions offer a hurried bow. It's all so much quieter, emptier, and gloomier than you remembered. Of course, old Magda is no longer where she used to be, sitting over the oven, kind, red-faced, and tending a shank of lamb. Reminisce. You remember the matronly woman as she sat humming to herself, pouring fat over the roasting meat. Child, come here, will you? Magda was always a beacon of kindness in a childhood where such qualities were few and far between. Go to Magda. Magda clapped you gently with her tubby hand. Have you eaten yet? Before you can answer, she produces a small bundle of treats from her apron and hands it to you. As son to the master-at-arms for the great House Byron, you did not go wanting. Maternally, at least. Thank you. Interesting. So the dad was the old master-at-arms. Magda looks at you with kind eyes as she picks at the bundle. He's here again, down in the cellars. He's not so good, my child, sleeping now, but it would be best if you got him to bed before his men see him like this again. The knots in your stomach is as real now as it was when you were 12. I'll go get him. Don't worry, he won't make a fuss. He just needs time. You know, soul's deep wounds take a long while to heal. The old woman turned back to her meat and resumed her meandering humming. The sound of a man clearing his throat snaps you back out of your roomness. May I help you, my lord? The man in chief outfit offers a hoarse voice. Okay. The chief offers a short bow. and a tired but sincere smile. I am Chief Armand, and my home kitchen is at your disposal, my lord. Sadly, I was told of your arrival only minutes ago, and my oven must be fired up again. You must be famished. Indeed, I am. My suggestion is thusly, whilst I stoke the fire, you run down to the pantry and fetch some cured meat and ham. Oh, cured ham and cheddar cheese. I will teach you how to cook my renowned melted cheese sandwich, and you shall never want for an evening meal for as long as you live. Very well. Splendid. The pantry is the west of the wine cellar, and the cheese is kept in the northernmost room. Return when you have the cured ham and cheddar, and I shall provide bread and instructions. Now venture forth into the underworld. Gideon, the old wretch is too crowded to come himself, so he sends you instead. The brandy will be the end of him, I say. Then again, who am I to deny an old food his few pleasures? You will find a crate of fine gourmet bread in the northeast corner of the wine cellar. Okay, so I have to go to the north. Rock. Okay. A lantern. Okay. Well, I don't need a lantern. Empty bottles of chocolate to yourself. Imagine their wine tasting sessions. No doubt very much revelry take place down here. Then the cool gust of air from the passage to the north. The wine cellar lies that way, and you can almost hear faint sobbings. Ghosts, no doubt. Are you kidding me? Is it like legitimately ghosts? A long hidden memory upon entering this part of the cellar. He sealed it away, but in so doing protected the stream. Now it demands freedom. Continue. You can still recall smelling him before you could make out his writhing shape in the dim light of the cellar. Mrs. Valeria, open the door. Your father doesn't even notice you in the throes of his intoxicated ramblings. How could they take her? Her chambers were locked from inside. Where is she? Try to shake some sense into her. Father jolts upright, the bloodshot whites of his eyes glaring out in the darkness. We found her wandering the forest outside this. Mistress Valeria, help him stand. Haltingly and leaning heavily on you, finally manages to stand. She was never the same. Whatever happened broke her. It was that girl, you know? The seed was planted in Valeria that night, but how could you know? You were but a babe yourself. You helped lead the now sobbing man out of the cellar. Stop it, Father. Lord Cato trusted me and I failed him, but Valeria was the one to pay the price. Mine broken and that spawn of a child. Father's voice seized with fear. Enough. Don't talk back to me, you bastard. What do you know about honor? As much as your harlot mother. Father steps away from you unsteadily, tears streaming down his... Nobody talks that way about my mom. You drew a ragged breath to snap out of the memory. Your knuckles white. You're alone in the damn cellar and didn't feel like dwelling there. Got that old man his brandy. This must be the... Got a lot of ham. Oh, it's the Gouda. Actually, it's cheddar, but you know, I couldn't resist a good pun. Am I able to close doors? No, apparently once you open them, they're open forever. They don't have the technology to close doors. Okay, I had the ham and cheese. Perfect. First of all, here is some bread. Now the cauldron is quite empty and just warm enough for you to use. Remember, you need both the bread, ham, and cheese to make the perfect sandwich. Now, go and give it a try and bring me the results. I shall see if you have it in you. Okay. I have a cheese sandwich. Crafting cheese sandwiches. Dark bread, cheddar, and cured ham. I have a crafting skill of 2d6 plus 2 versus the difficulty of 10. Oh, wow. Are you... Oh, to produce a larger... Okay. Oh, I did! Will you look at that? I made 2 sandwiches. Sandwich inspection. Remember to wash the center of the grilled sandwich towards his nose. Ah, the crust of the bread, the softness of the cheese, the savoriness of the ham. Perfection. You shall indeed never again go hungry in the night. Leave. Oh, I can't grab the bread there? Well, I'm going to go take a look at this man. Oh. Apparently, the scullions do not care to speak to me. I am unworthy of the scullions. Interesting. So I really should not be using the, Similar gates of the hedge maze stirs old feelings of both dread and elation. The sounds and smells of those state grounds as they were long ago call to you from distant memories. You feel you could easily plunge into their depths. Let yourself go and remember. Which daydreams is it this time? Are you valiantly defending me from rebels again? Embla throws a pine cone at you, snapping you from your reverie. She's 10 years old, and you're a year her senior. Let's play hide and seek in the maze. I'll hide. You faintly hear someone yelling her name from the distance. You better run, Star Child. Interesting. Only my mother ever calls me that, Embla says, frowning. Where did you hear it from? Before you can reply, she flings another pine cone at you and darts off into the maze. Give chase. Hear a man's voice yelling Embla's name again, much closer now. Either way, she's lost to you in the winding passages of the hedge maze. Your memory tugs at you, urging you to the center of the maze. Okay. I say, I'm quite lost. Okay, this maze is not very big then. Wait, did I just find the center? I did. You stand in the center of the maze. It feels much less impressive than you remember. The ornamental pond was once an ocean. The rock at its heart, a windswept island. You found me, daydreamer. You remember the tone of her voice and can almost see the impish 10-year-old girl wading through the pond. Why do you always come here? I like the water. It's so calm. Embla shoots you a mischievous look. You notice the faintest tang of ozone. She makes a slow motion hop through the water, her fingers trailing the pond's surface. Where water and skin meet, a strange color bleed and spread across the surface. Embla, you'll get in trouble. Stop it! Embla moves her finger across the water surface like a painter's brush. Colors spill across the pond, and for a sleeping moment, you fancy that you can see cloud-topped mountains. Or was it the ramparts of an impossibly large city reaching towards the heavens? The silence is shattered by a shout, along with the beguiling images. Mistress Embla, the master requests you in the house immediately. That's my father. Something's wrong. It's mother. She's ill again. I think I caused it. With what I can do, I poison her mind. What? How long until mother isn't mother, or until father isn't lord, or your father isn't master at arms? How long will any of it last? I don't know. Nobody does. Do you ever feel like everything is a lie? Like there's a veil that covers everything, but in some parts it's thin enough to see through? Embla stares as your father steps breathlessly into the enclosed garden, his red face from exertion and anger. Young lady, you can't run off like this. The whole estate is looking for you. Your mother is ill and needs you. Now. Say nothing. Your father shoots you a stern glance. I'll deal with you later. Embla says nothing as your father grabs her by the arm and hauls her past you back into the house. She doesn't meet your eyes as you pass. Finding yourself back in the present, a chill has crept into your bones. You best move on. Oh, I see. Man, they really don't make hedge mages like they used to. Yeah, see, like, they pretty much just have a little coating of backdrop that hides it, but... wonder what's in here. Oh, closed door. Actually, that reminds me. What was in this upper room? It's probably going to be a closed door as well. Yeah, it's a closed door as well. Okay. Well, I now know. Okay, there you are. If the nostalgia is appeased, the master will see you now. Yes, let's go see Kato. Very well. If it pleases you, the master is in his office just ahead. And note, once you meet with the master, things may move quickly, and you may not have another chance to walk the grounds. Yes, I remember the way. But I'll escort you nonetheless. A flicker of a smile plays across her face as she beckons for you to lead the way. Interesting. Oh, I forgot. Are you kidding? Oh, I forgot the old man's booze. I figured I'd be able to do it again, but the opulence has faded, the shadows long. Clearly much has changed since the last time you've been here. Try to remember how... It's been years, perhaps decades since you were here. Not since your father was the house arms master. Not since... You must have your wits about you, and perhaps now is not the time to dwell on painful memories. Not since your father's exile. I figured it was something like that. You're no more than 12 when you were driven from the household. Oh, 2 years after that memory. Hard were the years that followed. The mercenary life is bloody and unforgiving. Those years stole your childhood, and eventually they took your father too. But your father had always insisted to his dying breath that his failures had been his own. He had gotten the fate he deserved. The memories are painful nonetheless. Be on your way. Poor old man. Flanking the doorway are two marble statues. The craftsmanship is stunning, but the sight of the two women depicted fills you with sadness. One you recognize immediately. Valeria Byron, the mistress of the house. You remember her as a great ghost, absent and unwell. The other statue depicts the girl you once knew so well. Embla Byron, the daughter of the house, and now woman grown strong and clear-eyed. Her likeness has none of her mother's cowed timidness. How flares Embla? Larry's eyes flicker ever so slightly. You should hasten to Master Byron. He has long been impatient to see you. Be on your way. Looks like she's not going to be answering my questions. Oh, interesting. This was not the route I was... Ooh! Very strange. I'm not gonna go loot this while I have an escort. I don't know if they react to that sort of thing, but I would rather not risk it. Okay, here we go. Kato Byron sits tall at a tasteful but modest reception room. He looks less imposing than you remember, and with a few more crow's feet. Nonetheless, he has lost none of his composure of air or casual authority. You take a seat across a formidable desk from him. This study, like the rest of Villa, is half-lit, giving a Morse cast to its opulence. The older man's face creased into a tired but genuine smile, which momentarily lifts some of the room's oppressive mood. It's a mercy to see you again, your own man in your prime, Kato says, before a frown consumes his smile. It's just a shame our reunion is overshadowed by the fate of those we love, but perhaps together we can yet improve our collective circumstances. So you know my father is dead. Kato leans forward, hands clasped beneath his chin. I shan't deny it, I was saddened to hear of his passing. Despite everything, I remember him fondly. No need to dwell on the past. Kato is caught off guard for a moment, before letting out a deep breath. Then the years have bestowed you with wisdom. I am glad, for it has forsaken the house of Byron. Why have you called me here? Embla is missing. Kato's voice quivers momentarily, betraying his stoic features. Now I beg of you, souls, help me find my daughter. Help her return home, where she belongs. Why me? Is it not obvious? You clearly grown to inherit your father's resourcefulness, and besides, Embla has trusted you since before either of you could speak. What happened to her? She left without notice a week ago. From the scant clues we had, we believe she borrowed a ship bound for one of the outer islands. Idra. She went of her own free will. At the time, I thought little of it. Kato begins to glower. Since then, however, there have been reports. Grave ones. Reports? No one and no word has left Indra in days. Rumor has it's even the Imperial augurs are in the dark. I know not how this touches the fate of my daughter, but she must be returned to me one way or another. Any idea why she left? Something has been building in her for years, an aptitude of sorts, but I suspect you already knew. In any case, it's grown much stronger lately and drives her in ways I cannot understand. I suspect she is looking for answers. But why Idra? Why indeed? There is little on the island save the port of Honir. If Idra was her destination, she must have landed there. What of her aptitude? An aptitude of the worst kind. It does not spry from the canonical imperial Pyraxis. Instead, it comes from elsewhere. It is the kind of empire does not suffer to exist. I hope it only answers that she seeks. Why Idra? There's little on the island save the port of Harian. Yes, an old imperial port and home to a few hundred whalers and traders and an occasional smuggler. We can only speculate as what drew her there, but it's our only lead. How can I help her? Hire mercenaries, travel to Idra and begin your search in the port of Harian. From there, I trust you to do what needs to be done. Spare no cost. Just bring back my daughter. Mercenaries? Yes, if nothing else, the port will be dangerous enough. This is why I have summoned Roland Grey Eyes to me, a crude but effective sellsword that I've made good use of before. He shall accompany you on this task. He's like, Roland Grey Eyes. The man is a grizzled veteran. He may have slowed with age, but his experience and reliability more than makes up for it. He's also much respected by similar men, and so will be instrumental in the hiring of a reliable crew. I'll take it into consideration. Kato shows you his upturned palms, beseeching. I know this thing I ask of you is fraught with danger, but this is your chance at imparting your fortune, materially and in honor. What say you? I accept for Embla's sake. Kato smiles softly, visibly relieved, and for a moment he looks like the man you remember. Have you any final questions or matters to discuss? Time is, as I'm sure you appreciate, of the essence. Let's just get on with it. Kato stands with poorly concealed effort, and Souls, stand and meet his gate. Return her to me. There is no other outcomes of this affair. Half tempted to shake his hand, but I don't know what exactly his thoughts on the matter is. I think staying silent and leaving is the best course of action. Oh! I am level 2, plus 5 vitality. For the first time in your life, you are overcome with sense of purpose. The path ahead of you is undoubtedly to be difficult, but you are certain it is the one you are supposed to take. Charging. I wish I could save the points, but I don't. I have 3 points to distribute. I guess I'm going to have to just get myself some shield. I have 1 point to distribute. Not going to go anything with that. Actually, speaking of which... Okay, so I have to burn all of them. What is Precise Strike? Executes an attack with plus 4 accuracy. Okay, that's full round. I think getting Bread for War is a good idea. Increased toughness and second wind I think I'm not going to regret. Oh, interesting, I'm fully healed now. That's nice. Agility 1, Fortitude, Intellect 1. I've lost everything. Oh, hello. Slowly you drag yourself from the cold water onto the relative safety of solid rock. You try and fail to stagger forward as exhaustion washes over you in your great black wave. Oblivion takes you before you hit the rocky ground. You're awoken by the cacophonous cries of gulls circling around you. Your body is a mass of pain and exhaustion. Covered in 1,000 cuts and scrapes, the larger white birds gather around you in eager anticipation. What a magnificent feast your bloated corpse would make. But not today. Minutes, or perhaps hours, pass as you lay, unmoving, trying desperately to will some warmth back into your body. Finally, you manage to force your eyes open. By some miracle, you are not only alive, but you find yourself on the shore of the cursed island of Idra. Continue. Strewn around you is the wreckage of Zephyr. You see no other survivors. Lest you find equipment and companions soon, you may have cheated death in vain. Your character is critically injured. This means you have taken enough damage to reduce both your vitality and wounds. Okay. The green bar under your character's portrait represents your vitality score. Vitality is a buffer to your wounds, and as long as you have vitality left, you won't take serious wound damage. Vitality is easily lost and easily regained. Okay. Potions and healing magic restores vitality even during combat. The second, purple bar, represents your wounds. Losing wounds is much more serious than losing vitality. Reaching a 0 wounds means your character falls unconscious. Wounds can also only be recovered by resting or leveling up. Got it, so that's how I fix that. Try to avoid taking wounds damage at all cost. Whenever you take wound damage, you gain an injury condition, as indicated by the icon on the portrait. Injuries confer serious penalties to your character and can only be removed by resting. A party full of injured party members has its combat effectiveness severely reduced. Making camp and resting is the surest way to restore an injured character. Note that restoring is not possible in every location, so plan accordingly. You can also rest at inns when you find them. Got it. Hey. Take what you get. Yes. 6. I'm going to want that. What? Oh. I can't even use it as a weapon. It's so useless and decrepit. Oh! When through fears, you lose your footing on the slick stone, fall heavily to the ground. There is some blurred movement in the corner of your eye, and you frantically try to get to your feet as you slip again. Standing above you is a large rock as a young woman dressed in nautical gild. Wet auburn hair clings to her face in the cold wind. Magi's balls! I was sure I was the only one to make it ashore. The woman leaps from the rock and helps you back on your feet. Looking you up and down, she fetches a wineskin from her belt and offers it to you. The skin is nearly empty, save for her last mouthful of brandy. You drink it down greedily, and slowly you feel a modicum of warmth creep through your bones. You recognize the young woman's face now. She must have served on the Zemfir. Didn't they say, like, women on a boat is bad luck? Or was it I think they said killing guilds people are bad luck. What's your name? Katiana's my name. The crew called me Kat. Or rather, they did, I suppose. She looks you up and down. Oh, she looks up and down the beach with a furrowed brow. Listen, you have to get up. We need to get off this beach before you freeze. Or worse. Worse? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like a taste in your mouth. And there are beasts. Huge sea creatures I ain't never seen before. I saw them drag the dead crew members into a cave west of here. At least, I hope they were dead. Cat shudders. What do you suggest? We need supplies and shelter first. There's much to be salvaged to be had among the wreckage on the beach. I also think I spotted the chimney of a house north of the cliffs. A warm fire and some food would go a long way. Cat offers you her hand and drags you to your feet. She looks pensively towards the west. Also, as I said, there's a cave west of here. I think the crabs dragged off most of the corpses there, but what if they were not all dead? Might be some survivors like you and me. What's more, there's a chance one of the officers was carrying the seal when the boat sank. If we can find it, the Nautical Guild would give anything to have it returned to them. Seal? Captain Seal. It's a medallion of sorts that is carried on every guild vessel. It's not just for show either. They say the seals are forged by the Magi and that they have secret powers, but I don't know nothing about that. All I know is the guild pays well to have one returned if a ship is ever lost. It's always worn by one of the officers, but I don't think the captain had it on him when the fight broke out. Might have been the first mate was carrying it, and I think he was still alive when the ship sank. So I would say that cave to the west is where we should start looking. You ready to go? I have some questions first. There'll be plenty more time for that. Let's go. Oh, good. Oh, and I can level her. Good, I found the bow in the cargo crate. We'd best find you a weapon, too, as soon as possible. I suspect we'll need it before long. Together you begin to move off the beach and towards whatever darkness dwells in the island's interior. Oh, it's a corpse. Oh! Well, it's not exactly like what I wanted, but hey, beggars and choosers. Rags. I already grabbed all of them. Checkered tunic, hood. Okay. Nothing. Port arrows. So equip that. Don't think I want to go that way just yet. Oh wait, I should also see if I can... Okay, she's got 3 vital... Interesting, she's entirely increased thievery. Light weapons finesse. She's got 10 points. Okay, backstabbing initiate, master, mobility, survivor. Okay, might want to get her that. That would be a good one to get as well. Okay. Just put 1 point in there, put 1 point in there, and get 1 point in there. That way I have options as far as what I need to do. Then I should get her a little bit... Get her some armor. Tier 1 in tradecraft. Wait, so I have to go... Really, I have to put 3 to be able to get that. Okay. At least 5. Be able to get value enough to do that, I'd have to pull this back to get that up to... Wait. If you can have a character must be at least level 5. Oh, the character themselves must be 5. Which makes it... This is not going to be particularly useful to me. Okay, so get some survivability in her. Getting a little bit of that. And I think this is the big thing. It's got quite a few early points on stuff that will make her useful quickly. She has a little bit of piercing damage. Give her some light weapon accuracy. I hope that counts towards bows. She at least has some light armor, and that will at least make her a little more reliable at getting a move. Increase backstab damage. That increase the stealth wouldn't be terrible either. Okay, that'll have to do for now. Get into a fight here or something? Oh, good. Crude war axe, crude hand axe. Those are good things to get. Okay, she's got a club, which I don't think it's a light axe. Medium axe. Don't think that's particularly great. I'm better off giving her the light axe. 2 to 5. Yeah. I think I need to come over here and I need to unequip that to give her the arrows. Okay, so that's just a use in general. These are trinkets, stuff I don't necessarily know if I can even use. Ring tint. Tin goblet. Wish I could, like, group them or something. Magical attunement. Okay. Okay. Who is it? The wreck picker. Lanky man with skin like sun-dried leather stares slack-jawed at you. He's dressed in rags with a wide-brimmed hat and a large bundle of scraps slung over his shoulder. Did Basilo's eyes deceive him? More ghosts? Or did the sea spit you back out alive? Not many are that lucky. Your eyes fall to the crude spiked club that hangs in his belt. Who are you? Basilo makes his living picking at what the mother of the maelstorms does not swallow, and it's been rich pickings as of late, crates and barrels and even an oddly fleshy morsel. The man bears a row of blackened teeth at you, and what you assume is a smile. What's up? I need to put more emotion into my reading. You need more. I don't know how to do more. I'm also going to have to get off soon because Kara's going to need to go and get a pickup, so. Rich pickings? What's the club for? I don't feel like I should. Rich pickings? Listen here, Basilo has a proposal for you. The man smiles with greedy anticipation. Shores are bursting with a bounty today. Man can make a fortune if he sets his mind to it. Continue. Better yet, no need for Basilo to risk his hide. You seem fit enough, and I've got coin. I'll buy whatever you bring me. I might even have a piece or two to sell if you're interested. Just beware them clippers. Clippers? Aye, crabs and critters and such. Growing large and strange this time of year. Get your leg in there, clippers, and they'll lob you right off. So you best be careful. But not to worry. Basilo's always giving them the laugh, even when he was wee. Must have been just a big back then. Though, it doesn't really feel that way. The old man's brows furrow, and for a moment he's lost in deep thought. In any case, Basilo will be warming his bones up at the old abandoned farmhouse right behind us. Find me there. Wait, we'll see. The man slinks off into the fog, heading north. As his form dissolves into the nothingness of the mist, you can hear him muttering to himself excitedly. Leave. Okay. Oh. Bingo. Sorrow eaters. I'm gonna have to go west soon, but I'd like to find something that can actually be used by my skill set. If I can find like a dagger or something. A blood-curdling house cut across a fog. Whatever is the source, it's not far away and it sounds dangerous. Climb down this wall. 5 or above on a 2D. So 3, so I have to... Okay, no point of risking that. Those are some bad things over there. Fuck! Oh, mother. Oh, what? Oh, okay, so there is... Got it. There is threat. Hound ear. Loot that. Ah, crud, I took... it's only vitality damage, but it's still not great. Body lies broken upon the ground. Though it's been gnawed by hounds, it seems clear that this person fell or jumped from the cliffs above. There's nothing worth taking? Disappointing, but nothing can be done about it. Okay. I think I need to consider going back this way. I have enough equipment now that I might be able to get that seal with relative safety. Be better if I could get at least a blade weapon of sorts, but who knows, maybe having an axe is a good thing. Might be better for me. Ration. That's good. That can be useful to me. Is there no way to get up here? Crud. Difficulty 10, must roll 4. I could probably make a 4. There we go, easy. Make an omelet tonight, boys! The stench of running flesh fills your nostrils. Ahead of you, grotesquely misshapen crustaceans. Horrors feast greedily upon the corpses of the dead crew of the Zephyr. Blasted horrors. Cat spits through gritted teeth. What manner of forces spawned these creatures? Leave. Yeah, don't blame her. Fuck those things. Okay, noted. It's more difficult to get down than it is to go. Oh. Oh yeah, plus my, okay, good. To the last. Where are these crabs? They must be like right there or something. Where? Okay, there they are. Okay, so now I can actually see... Oh, I have this entirely flipped. Okay, so they can't move that far. There we go. Should be another one coming. And now we just have to wait. There we go. What? Oh, interesting. Okay, so you can only do... Yeah, I know. Kite and pour arrows. That's okay. Old shears. And some gold. It's okay. Do I have a lantern? I do not. Eons worth of seas ravaged upon the land has given birth to this cave. From its depths, a stench of seaweed and rotting flesh arises. So foul is it that it feels like some evil entity is attempting to force its way through your pores of skin, into the core of your being. Toughness verse 10, try not to vomit. I think I got this. Yeah, I got this. Stealing your resolve, you manage to calm your breathing. Though the stench persists, you manage to push the images of foul things in the darkness, feasting on the spilling entrails of swollen sea corpses from your mind. Carry on into the darkness. Is there... Okay, this is going to be... Oh, he can level up. It's fine, actually. That's... There we go. Force him into the narrow. Yeah, I better focus that thing down while I can. Come on. Back one. Defend. Oh, man. There we go. Down, fool. Critical hit. That works. Okay, this will heal him at least. Increase the toughness so he's a little better. Have charge, which would be nice to use if I know how to actually use it. I don't have him really. I kind of wish I didn't have. Yeah, I can't put that. I have blades, but it's not like I can even really use that. Well, all things said and done, these things are safe to upgrade, so. Yeah. Better get that second wind quickly, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using that a lot in order not to die. Picking up rope. Oh, booyah! There we go. That is what I want, baby. Let there be light. Very little light. Thievery. Where's difficulty 10? Thievery 5 versus difficulty 10. Got it. Oh, that's good. Poor scale. All these are good. Silver jade necklace. Okay. Let's go for the inventory. You, my man, are getting geared. Sold for a few coins and necklace covers. Old and rusty shipping crates as part of the cave. Only smugglers would use a place like this to store their goods. Perhaps there are other similar caches to be found on the outer isles. Leave. This does not instill confidence in this. A large misshapen crab emerges from the water all around you. Intentionally or not, the seemingly mindless beasts have laid an ambush for you. Oh, geez. Okay. How do we do this quickly? Okay. He is going to hold this position. You are going to hold this position. And then we're going to go and rapidly take these fools. Oh, that's not great. It's okay. Come on, lady. I know you're not good with this kind of stuff, but this is not the time to be whiffing. Good job, finally. Yes. That is what the hatred of the crustacean looks like. Oh, did I find some? Who goes there? A haggard man dressed in the livery of the Nautical Guild huddles. Okay, I still have a little bit of time. Oppressively in the corner of the small chamber. You're standing in, his lips are dry and cracked, and he appears to be parched. Dead Empress, please tell me you found a way out of this pit. I have. Curse me, I have to get out of this hole. I don't even know how long I've been in here. Days? It's like time doesn't pass right. But I've not died from thirst yet, so it can't be that long. I just need to get out. Hold on. They took the bodies of the drowned men and women I've known for years, all blue and swollen, dragged them into the caves. Crabs as big as horses. How can such things be? What's wrong with this place? Continue. In any case, I was too weak to fight back when I landed, and they must have thought I was dead, dragged me into the darkness, but when I heard those sounds, claws rending dead flesh, something awoke in me, and I kicked and screamed as best as I could, and they let me go. I ran as fast as I could, but I took a turn in the darkness and ended up here. I could hear them moving about in the caves around me, and I didn't dare try to make it out. If you hadn't come here, I would have died from thirst. The way out should be clear for you now. Thank you so much. I live to see another day. By the Golden Dead, I will be meandering my way back. Ways, if I make it out of here, no more dice and whoring. Good luck. The desperate man wastes no time scrambling past you and towards fresh air and relative safety. That was Ari. Kate seems flustered. Poor bastard. Sounds like he lost his mind the way he was talking. Trip down here for days? He's an arse, but he didn't deserve that. None of them did. Thievery 1 versus difficulty 10. Thievery 5. Got it easy. Oh, these are good. It's a good thing I came over here. Oh man, this is not great. There's a time and a place. Oh man. Critical backstab. Strange haunting pipes. Must be the wind. Oh, jeez. What on earth did I just stumble into? It's okay. Okay, we forced them into a bad holding position so we can do this pretty easily. It's okay. Good. What? Are you? Lady, there's a time and place. Come on. There we go. Are you? Time and place, and this is neither. Do not be missing. Critical hit. I don't have a choice. She'll die if I don't risk it. Got him. You had nearly grown accustomed to the foul stench that lingers in these caves, but now it's once more assaults your senses with renewed vigor, rolling out of the eastern passage like so many black tendrils probing for a way into your very core of being. Whatever lies ahead must be at the center of the rot that permeates this pit. Toughness 10. There we go. Through grit alone, you refuse the foulness finding purchase, and you fight down the nausea that wells up inside. Potion of heroes. Nice. Okay, I gotta get out of here because... Oh, there's a man there. There we go. Got it easy. Standing at the edge of the cliff is a crewman from the Zephyr, lucky enough to have made it ashore. The man swaying and looks in shock. I saw it by the dead. I just saw it out there. The thing that sunk us. It's still out there. Just jabbering incoherently. Wish I could tell him to at least, you know... Oh! This is good. Finally wrought telescope used for astronomical observations. Its lenses are no doubt the product of some Empire finest halomancers and allow stars to be observed even in full daylight. Examine the sea. Look out into the churning gray rolling that surrounds the windswept shores of Idra. Far out there among the great waves and beating winds, you swear you momentarily see a great glistening shape shifting just beneath the surface. Whatever madness has befallen this island, you are certainly safer here than any ship out there. Just telescope further. Examine the sky. You point the telescope skyward, and after a few moments of searching, you find a gap where the stormy skies have parted just enough to allow you to examine stars in their firmament. Lore 5+. Examine it more closely. neither of us have that. Ooh, strong, very strong. Where's the journal? I should read it. Journal contains a large amount of tabulated data that appears to be astrological in nature, interspersed with notes. The final entries appear to have been made only days before your arrival. Observed strange dancing lights in the skies, not unlike those sailors to the far south describing near polar regions, yet somewhat different, colors indescribable, mesmerizing. For a fleeting moment I even thought I heard a sound, somewhere between a deep wail and singing. Could not perform observations tonight. Charts or instruments are off, and I cannot make sense of the sky. There are bodies there, bodies that are alien to me. I must be some form of comet storm or some other extraordinary astronomical event that has not been predicted in the imperial charts. They are wrong. I have done the calculations over and over and I come to the same conclusion. The stars are wrong in so many ways, and as I observe an alien cluster in the southern eastern quadrant, it dawned on me with absolute certainty. I am not watching them, they are watching me. I dread the look again, yet I feel compelled to do so. They beckon me. I am certain that if I look again into that dreadful cluster in the southeastern quadrant, I shall be undone. Yet there are answers there, deeper and more profound than any mortal mind can comprehend. I believe I must look again. I must. Oh, okay, I see. Use it to feed party members. Fully recover from injuries, your party members must be well fed. Normally 10 points of food is required per party members to recover 100%. Add food from your inventory by double clicking it. You also need to select camp activities for your party members. These provide bonuses based on character skills. Plus 3, so effectively I could do that actually. I think that's a good idea, foraging, and have her craft food 10 of 20. Okay, so neither of them worked. Okay. Well fed and rested 8 hours. Okay. Which means it's back to it. But, unfortunately, I am out of time, which means I have to cut stream here. However, this was actually pretty cool, I have to say. SKALD against the Black Priory. Phenomenal game, and I am looking forward to playing more of it. I think I'm going to save here. And, oh, sup, Justin. When I get back, we can play some Tarkov. But, yeah, it is time for me to go get Kara. So, adios, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.